Hey, how y'all doing, everybody? Welcome to BWNC TV, where we talk about real topics. Please subscribe to us. Now let's get on with the show. Hey, what up, y'all? This is Bailey Panama, man. Back at you guys again with another one. All right. So, guys, I came across this video here from Charleston White, man, getting his Kevin Samuels on. You know what I mean? So, man, I feel like he's spitting some facts on here and everything. But anyway, I'm gonna play the video, man, and I'll come back with my thoughts on it.
Black.
Oh, okay. But I'm
She a lazy fucker too. I just fuck good. If you ain't never had no Mexican pussy, don't go there. I'm telling you. Why you think everybody running over there to the Kardashians? And no, the black woman, she lazy when she fuck. Because the black
Yeah. Okay. So, I have to stop the video right there. There's some truth to that, but I don't really agree with it entirely. For the simple fact that, I had my own experiences, man. I don't know what experiences he had. Yeah, but I could guarantee that not everybody's experience was the same, man. I hear a lot of these type of conversations, in the manosphere, and how women talk about their experiences and how male talk about their experiences, man. You know what I mean? Everybody got their own opinion and their own experience of their in relationships. So yeah, so I don't really agree with it all the way entirely. Yeah, man. I came across black women that were freaky like that. You know what I mean? And I came across Hispanic women that weren't that freaky. You know what I mean? That were lazy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I think it all boils down to the experiences that you experience in those type of relationships, man. You know what I mean? I'm guessing here that the women that Charleston White had, them black women, they were listening towards him. You know what I mean? But I can't. I can't really, I can't really fully agree on all black women being lazy like that because, don't get me wrong, there were some that were lazy, you know what I mean? They would give you their best when you first meet them, and then when you're in a relationship with them or you dating them for months past and all that, they start getting lazy. I think that go both ways, man. Male get lazy too, females get lazy, you know what I mean? So yeah, man. So yeah, I done had some, some freaky Hispanic women, you know what I mean, and some freaky black girls, you know what I mean. So I guess just depends on the individual or that person, you know what I mean. So we can't generalize an entire race because due to some lazy women, you know what I mean, some lazy black women or some lazy Hispanic women, you know what I mean. That's my thing because I asked some real submissive black women that, you know what I mean, that give me, you know what I mean, some, head or whatever, and you know what I mean, with that, and I ain't got, and I ain't got to go down on them, you know what I'm saying, and they'll please me, whatever, you know what I mean. So I had women like that, you know what I mean, black women like that, you know what I mean, that you know what I mean, they really care about getting their cat ate, you know what I'm saying? They would mostly do the giving, and you know what I mean. So and, yeah, man. So we really can't say all that, man. I really can't say that, you know what I mean. So I mean, that's the first time I kind of disagree with Charleston, man. You know what I mean? He talks good facts about gang violence and and street politics, and I could agree with him on those. But relationship, man, I think that's an individual experience, man. I think that's everybody got their own experiences of that. All right. So anyway, let's continue on.
because the black woman is selfish. It's all about her. You gotta please her. Man,
I don't think all black women are lazy.
They self-centered. It's natural. Man,
so do you like black
women?
women
I
or
fuck
no?
the shit out of black women. You asked me a question. Which one is better? And I'm explaining to you why she's better. Why the Mexican pussy is better than the black woman. Why you think the Cardi B's and until little Megan Thee Stallion came along with them bend the knees kind of riding it, the black woman don't fuck like that.
Yeah, I have to stop him right there, man. Yeah, I would have to call cap on that one, Mr. On Charleston. I disagree with you on that one. Yeah, I didn't been in a relationship with black women did do that Cardi B squat. You know what I mean? Crazy type. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the tippy toes. You know what I mean? On the big toe, and the big toes is difficult to, you know what I mean? If your big toe ain't strong. You know what I mean? For a woman, if your big toe ain't strong when you squatting like that, man, you could break your toe. You know what I mean? Especially on the bed because the bed is not balanced right. It's not like you on the floor. So the bed got a cushion, and you could literally dislocate your toes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you know what I mean. And nah, man, we gotta call cap on that one, man. I done been with black girls that done definitely squatted on your boy, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, man. Yeah. I've been with definitely some black girls that squatted on your boy. You know what I mean? So I don't know what Charleston White talking about, man. But I rocks with Charleston, dog. Don't give me one. I rock with Mr. White, man. But when it comes to this one, I gotta call Cap, man. All right. Anyway, let's continue on.
The black woman later. Listen, when the black man get off work, the black woman ain't sucking his dick in the car. She ain't catching him at the door. No, listen. The Spanish woman is more dominant in bed than any other woman.
Yeah, y'all. I gotta call Cap again, man. I gotta call Cap again. All right. That's not true, man. And like I said, man, he's speaking on this. He's speaking about his own experience. You know what I mean? When you get to a certain type of money, man, you get to experience women that you haven't experienced before when you were broke. Okay. Let me say that again. When you get around certain type of money, you come across women that you haven't came across when you were broke, and I think this is where Charleston White comes in. You know what I mean? He also he didn't always have money, man. Okay, he was poor. You know what I mean? And I would say like poor broke type. I would say like and it was a regular guy. You know what I mean? Regular guy, whatever. You know what I mean? But he was definitely not rich like he's rich now. And see, when you're rich and when you have when you're famous now, when you're a YouTuber and people know you're doing shows and all that, you get to travel. I don't know if he traveled before. I don't know what's his background is on that. But when you travel, when you got money in your pocket, you tend to run into different type of women, exotic women that you haven't ran into. See, I'm from Panama, you know what I mean. And then not only that, I was in the military, so I didn't travel all over the world to know what I'm talking about. I didn't came across all type of women, you know what I mean. So you got to be in that type of status to actually make good content or good judgment or say anything about relationship wise when it comes to different type of race of women. You gotta actually live that type of life and be around that type of environment and be around those type of women to even say anything about it. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that sounds like that sounds like Mr. White and is talking like that, what I'm thinking is that they haven't traveled the world before, and they're just now coming across and they just got to a status in their life where now they got the means to travel the world and experience different type of race of women. You know what I mean? Because now that because at first when he didn't have the money, he was around those type of black women that wasn't giving him 100% because he wasn't a man like that. They didn't respect him like that because at the time he didn't have the money like that. He wasn't famous like that. So of course they were giving him the bare minimum. Okay, so now that he gets money, he steps away from that. It comes across women that's giving him the 100%, and the reason they're giving him the 100% is because he's Charleston White now, because he's famous now, because he got money now. That's why. That's why he's saying, oh, the Spanish women, they're the ones throwing the panties at him now. And you could best believe there's some black women now that will get freaking with him now because he's famous now. Back then, he wasn't nobody. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Now they're all on me. Mike Jones. Okay, this is the Mike Jones status right here. But anyway, let's keep
The
going.
Asian woman is more subservient. That's why they have Asian bathhouses. The black woman is not trained and raised to serve. The black woman is raised up by her mother, watching her mother take through the abuse to serve. The black woman don't see her mama serve nobody.
All right, y'all. Yeah, so right here, I could kind of agree with Charleston White on this one. Yeah, they are more. They do serve a lot. Like I said, I think I've been in the military. I came across different cultures of women, and Asian women tend to really go out their way, you know what I mean, to serve the man or to serve a man or whatever, man. You know what I mean. And it does that. He's got a point on. He got a point on that. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I did have some bad experience where when it comes to black women, as far as them doing anything for you, man, it could become a challenge. You know what I mean? It could become a challenge, especially when they only grow with their mom, or grow up with in a family where they have to share custody between the two, and yeah, it's yeah, most of them don't really like to cook as much, or you know, you know, yeah. So I could kind of agree with that a little bit. Um, you know, so I had some experience about that. That, that's as far as the cooking and cleaning, it's not like it used to be. It's not traditional like it used to be. So I would say that part. You know what I mean? I would say that part. You know what I mean? And I'm trying not to be biased, y'all. So I'm not a biased guy. So, you know what I mean. Like I said, I disagreed with Charleston White, and I agree with some of the stuff he's saying. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not a biased dude. I'm speaking my truth and my experience. All right, y'all. Anyway, let's get back at it.
So I have a question. What if black women don't really have much
Oh,
to
but they
submit
do.
and
But
serve
hold on,
to?
hold on. But they
So how
submit
can
and
we do
serve to
all
their
that?
baby daddies. The niggas they let impregnate them. So they submit and serving to somebody. They submit to the white boy on the job that mistreat them, that she complain about. She submit to the pastor that she go give her money to. So she submit and subserve. She just pick and choose who she want to submit and subserve to. And when she pick wrong, she blame the man. My mama told me you attract who you are. So if the black woman don't have nobody to submit and subserve
All right,
to,
y'all.
that's
Yeah.
because
So
she's attracting
I
all
don't
the
really
wrong men.
believe in the concept of you attract you are who you attract. I think it to a certain extent. To a certain extent. I think women. I think they're the ones that fall into that category mostly because they're the ones that accept the man's advances. So you are what you attract. When I think when it's most strongly supports the woman's side because the woman only she's the one that allows the man to come into their life. Now, as far as the man goes, we're the ones that pursue. So so if I see a dude with a messed up female or a smart female, it's not who it's not who he is that he attracts. It's who he picks. You know what I mean? Meaning that he could pick any girl. It doesn't mean it doesn't change the character of that man. You know what I mean? Because the reason he's talking to that woman that has problems or the woman that doesn't have problems is because he probably just want to be in that relationship to just want to have sex, or he finds something that's attractive, that's very attractive in his eyes, that the reason why he pursued that woman. You know what I mean? So most of the time it doesn't identify your character, for a man. You know what I mean? If you see whatever woman that she is, and she's next to that man, it doesn't change his character, because that man is always that man. You know what I mean? But a woman. Now, the woman is different because the woman accepts the advances. She welcomes the man in their life. She's the one that opens the leg. She's the one that invites the man. So the woman, so whatever man that she deal with, she is who she attracts. You know what I'm saying? She is who she attracts when it comes to the woman. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So this side to it. When I see a female with multiple kids, you know what I mean? With multiple kids, and she seems attractive, she's cute or whatever, and she's not married, and she's still out here, she's in her late 30s and 40s, man. That lets you know that she always welcomes the bums. She always welcomes the niggas that's still out here playing games. She welcomes those guys. You know what I mean? There's a lot of times where she's been approached by good men, but she doesn't want those good men. You know? So yeah, man, all these women that are single to this day, you know what I mean? With multiple kids and things like that, they swear that they are the most, they are a cap. They're not a catch, because if you're a catch, you'll still be married with those kids. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So if especially for you, when you in your 60s and you got grown kids and you're not married, yeah, man. So yeah, man. You know what I mean? So those type of women, man, they are who they attract. You know what I mean? And they pretty much try to tell you, being their age with multiple women, that they are here fucking around. They are here messing around. That's all they're doing. They just out here messing around. They're not trying to find nothing serious, man. They just out here having fun. Yeah, that's how I look at women that's with kids and that are a little older. You know what I mean? But don't get me wrong, not all of them are like that, but the majority are. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get back at it.
You attract who you are. That's why you keep picking the same kind of men you got to complain about.
Well,
Well,
I
that's who.
attract
What is?
convicted felons
You have
that
to
aren't a
ask
convicted
yourself,
felon.
what's inside of you that keep attracting convicted felons? Because check game, mama and grandmama say spirits are familiar with each other. You might not know the man,
Yeah.
but it's a spirit in him, and it's a spirit in you that knows one another. It could be abuse.
Mm-hmm.
You may be used to being abused, and he may be an abuser. So you attract an abuser because you're used to being abused. Some women who've been molested attract molesters. Most women who've been abused attract abusers. So let me just say this. You pick what you want, and people do to you what you allow them to do to you. Man or
Okay.
woman. People do to you what you allow them to do to you. So
I
if you
agree.
keep picking
That's true.
convicted felons, you might need to take a look in the mirror and say, man, why am I keep attracting criminals? What's inside of me that keep attracting criminals? You may have a
But all criminals
why
not
do you
bad
keep
though.
attracting criminals? Why can't you attract a non-criminal who's never done anything bad toward life? I don't attract fucked up women. All my relationships, I've been the fucked up one. I attract good women all my life. Huh?
So when do you plan on? So when are you gonna
I ain't
stop
gonna never
fucking up
stop.
in
I'm
your
a man.
relationships?
Men don't never stop fucking up. Never. Never. Men don't. You want me to stop being a man? A man will never stop being a man. I'm gonna be a man till I die. Most men
So you
do.
want multiple wives?
99% of men do. Most men want multiple women. Yes.
You know, the multiple wife thing and having an abundance of women. I see what he's talking about. You know what I mean? And he's pretty much talking the language of worldly views. You know what I mean? He's more in touch of his worldly views. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and try to preach to y'all like I'm so holier than thou or whatever. But I know I'm not perfect, and I have my challenges as far as temptation goes and things like that. Yeah, you know, it is true in this world. You know what I mean? Most men do want multiple women's. When if you're talking worldly sense, you know what I mean. But it's not really the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So pretty much the man's what a man was designed, you know, it was designed by God, obviously, to have a wife, and then and from that wife to have kids, and from that you're supposed to mold that family to a good a Christian home. You know what I mean? To and start that family, you know, lead that family to to the Lord and all that stuff, you know what I mean? And yeah, so if you want to talk about worldly sins, yeah, most men in the world, you know what I mean, if you take away the Bible and all that stuff and all that good morals, yeah, you know, most men want to have multiple women and things like that, but it's the right thing. Nah, it's not the right thing. So I kind of disagree with Charleston White on this one. You know what I mean? Because like he said, you have a choice, and you allowed what the individual allows you to do. You know what I mean? And if you're with that man, or if you're with that lady that still constantly sleeping around or whatever because they want to have the world, yeah, man, you should leave that person for a person that only wants you. And only one person, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, yeah, so I kind of disagree with him on this one, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's keep going.
It's natural. It's natural. Do you hear me? It's natural for men to want and desire to have a desire to have multiple women. That's a natural desire of a man that God
Nah,
gave
man,
him.
I have to stop it right
Why
there,
you
man. Nah, Mr.
want
White,
me
man,
to go?
don't put God on this, man. God does not give you a desire to sin, man. It's a difference. See, that's what I'm saying. He's looking at the world in the worldly view, not in the spiritual sense. You know what I mean? So, yeah, God doesn't give you that desire to go out and sin, because that's what sinning is to find multiple women to sleep with. You know what I mean? So I disagree with you that with that, Mr. Samuel, I said Mr. Samuels, Mr. Charleston White, man. Yeah, man. God does not give you a desire to do those things, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Nah, it's not a natural thing. You know what I mean? Because what was natural before was when Adam and Eve were created, and they were operating in the essence of perfect. You know what I mean? Until sin came in this world. You know, but sin is all natural. Okay, so don't say that God gave you this natural instinct or desire to sleep around with women, man. That's cap. All right, Mr. White, come on, man. Anyway, y'all. So that's my take on this whole thing with Charleston White, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a lot of things that I disagree with him on. You know what I mean? And I think it was one little thing that I agree with him on as far as this subject goes, man. But yeah, man. But when it comes to gang things and gang politics and all that, I'm all for it. I'm all for that, man. But I think relationship wise, I think that's a personal thing for him. That's his personal belief, you know what I mean? And he's entitled to that, you know. But it was just whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, y'all. So I need y'all to subscribe, man. I need y'all to subscribe, share, comment, all right, and follow, man. Please, man. I need y'all to subscribe. All right, y'all. So the merch is dropping soon. New generation. I need you guys to please subscribe to the channel, y'all, man. All right. This Bailey Panama, man. I hope you guys enjoy this content right here. All right. So I'm not a biased person, you know what I mean? I don't just jump on what's hot right now, you know what I mean? I can disagree with the most popular influence right now. You know what I mean? If they say something that I don't agree with, then I'm not going to say something. I'm not going to just act like what they're saying is correct because they have a large following or their momentum is up. Nah, man. I have my own thoughts and my own opinions and my own beliefs. All right, y'all. So anyway, this Bailey Panama, man. Holla at your boy.
It's my nature. Only in Europe. Only in Europe does a man have one woman. That's a European concept. That's not a world view.
All right,
That's
guys.
only
Yeah,
in
let me add this last words right here, man. So he said that's not a world view, man. You know, to have one woman. You know what I mean? So that's exactly what I've been saying. It's proof what I've been saying, man. That he look at the world worldly, not spiritually. You know what I mean? So yeah, so there you have it right there, man. He said it out of his mouth. You know what I mean? He looks at the world worldly. So basically, he follows the world. You know what I mean? Whatever the world do, that's what whatever the world does, that's what he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. That's not true at all, man. To have one woman, one man. That's how God ordained it to be. All right. Sorry, man. So okay. So Bailey Panama out.